The alarm clock blared, a jarring intrusion into the peaceful morning. 8-year-old Ethan stirred, a sleepy smile already forming on his face. He knew what awaited him, the soft, warm fur of his best friend, Mittens, nestled against his cheek. Mittens, a sleek cat with emerald eyes, had been Ethan's constant companion since he was just a toddler. His parents had gotten the cat to help him cope with a difficult adjustment to a new school and new friends. But Mittens had become more than just a pet. He was Ethan's confidant, his shadow, his silent protector. Each morning, the ritual was the same. Ethan would crawl out of bed and the cat would be waiting, a purring, furry loaf on his pillow. Ethan would wrap his arms around Mittens, burying his face in the soft fur, his eyes closed as if absorbing the warmth. The cat would reciprocate with gentle headbutts and contented rumbling. "All right, buddy, time for school," Ethan would say, his voice a mixture of sadness and excitement. Mittens would rise, stretching languidly, and then, with a mischievous glint in his eye, would let out a soft, almost human-sounding meow. Ethan would scoop Mittens into his arms, the cat contentedly settling on his shoulder. He'd walk to the door, pausing for a long moment before stepping out, his hand lingering on Mittens' soft fur. This morning was different. As Ethan put his shoes on, his mother noticed a worried frown on his face. "What's wrong, honey?" she asked, concerned. Ethan hesitated, then blurted out, "Mommy, what if Mittens forgets me? What if he thinks I don't love him anymore?" His mother's heart sank. She understood his fear. She had witnessed the bond they shared, the unspoken language of love that passed between them. She knew this separation would be hard on both of them. She sat down beside him, gently stroking his hair. "He'll never forget you, sweetie. He loves you just as much as you love him. He'll wait patiently for you to come home every day." Ethan nodded, but the worry remained in his eyes. They went through the usual goodbye routine. The hug, the whispers of love, the reluctant separation. Ethan walked away, the cat's watchful gaze following him until he disappeared around the corner. As the days turned into weeks, Ethan grew accustomed to the school routine. He made new friends, learned new things, and even started to enjoy the independence. But the guilt of leaving Mittens behind continued to gnaw at him. One afternoon, Ethan raced home from school, his heart pounding with a strange mix of anticipation and dread. He threw open the door, expecting to be greeted by the usual warm welcome from Mittens, but the house was strangely quiet. He found his mother in the kitchen, her face drawn with concern. "Where's Mittens?" he asked, his voice trembling. "He's gone," his mother said, her voice heavy with sadness. Ethan's heart plummeted. "Gone? Where did he go? He wouldn't leave me, would he?" His mother gently led him to the living room, where a small box sat on the coffee table. She opened it, revealing a small, colorful scarf with a tiny silver pendant. This was Mittens' favorite toy. "I found it in the garden this morning. It seems he was trying to tell us something." Ethan picked up the pendant, his eyes wide with understanding. The pendant was shaped like a heart, half black, half silver. He suddenly realized what it meant. The black represented the dark shadows he carried since his father had passed away a year ago. The silver represented the love and light that Mittens had brought back into his life. He looked up at his mother, his eyes filled with tears. "Mittens, he saved me, didn't he? He's always been there for me." His mother nodded, a single tear rolling down her cheek. "He did, honey. He loved you more than words can say."